Hey everyone, this is your boy JENKAR coming at you with another fight with Bahamut Spiritus. I actually haven't recorded anything in a while, which is pretty unfortunate, but I've had a lot of life stuff coming down the pipeline, and it's been really hard to find time to do anything. So in spite of that, I'm going to actually release a video for you guys, and happy April Fools! It's time to show you some more memes. Who doesn't love more memes? Oh, I know I do. So in the case of this, it's a Dorganroth. Yeah, Dorganroth. Donut Roth. So what you do in the case of this, you start off with 6-sided strike with Ida, which then gives you a free skill after your next attack, which comes into play later. Sephiroth uses his burst and Leo call so that every time Ida attacks, she'll also always do 15,000 extra damage, which comes into play later. And from there, you have Dorgan, who uses his Tiff call, and we just move on from there. Ida uses a Brave attack, which is a free attack, which means that after that, if you just keep hitting the HP attack button, your turns won't increase, which is really great whenever there's only a 40 turn limit, which is honestly, I guess it's the norm for Spiritus fights, but it still is kind of ridiculous unless you're going to either do a meme team or you're going to do FR Echo team, because that's what it comes down to nowadays is FR Echo. Lots and lots of echoes. So many echoes. Or you just don't. I didn't. You don't need it. You should definitely play the way you want to, not the way the game tells you to. Fuck that. You play how you want to play. So, how's everyone been doing? I hope you've been having a great time. Also, I want you to know, Clay, I'm sorry, but I'm also not sorry for this. So the gimmick of this fight is that you need to have 4 debuffs up in order to get past certain thresholds. In the case of what's happening is that if you don't have 4 debuffs up when they use their FR attack, it instant kills everybody. It just does like 38,000 damage or something ludicrous. That was just because their max health is that high. Whatever. But it just means that you have to have 4 debuffs on them. What I did was I brought a Raijin call with Ida, thinking, oh, it'll be fine. You only need 1 extra debuff, because you have Scintilla, and then you have 2 different debuffs, I think, that Dorgan puts up. Oh, no! It's actually because of Ida with the Tidus sphere. So it's actually she's applying 3 debuffs, and Scintilla's applying 1. Okay. So that being said, we just go on from there, and we just keep doing loads and loads of damage. Lots of damage going on here. Lots of riveting gameplay. So what's going to happen is that we just keep going down and down, and we keep doing all this damage, but you're just going to keep going and going and going and going and going and going and going. But I wanted to show this off just for the sheer part that not everyone's going to have all this crazy fancy stuff or have the materials in order to get all of their favorite characters and things like that. This era's kind of expensive if you have a lot of things coming down the pipeline, like I do. Within the next 2 months, I have like 8 characters I want, which means I'm going to have to go drop real gems on. I've been just dropping tickets for a while on those characters in order to just get their base mats, but that isn't what happens here. I've just been dropping tickets and trying to save up as much as I can. That being said, we're getting to a point where, man, this is just taking forever. Oh god, so 2 very boring minutes later. We actually cut down to a near 30%, which whenever you get to the 30% threshold, if you don't have 4 debuffs up, your max brave gets cut down to a quarter, and then from there you just have to realize that you're doing no damage. In the case of what's happened here, since I only had 1 FR that's actually used in total, spoiler alert, I actually thought that there was one more thing that happens at the 19% threshold, and I was wrong. So that's an extra 30 minutes I had to my run out of an hour and 20 minutes. So we get to this point right here, and you see that it happens, and I do 85,000 damage instead of the 400,000, which is crazy. So in this case, what I do is I use Touch of Death, which brings them up to 4 debuffs. I go into 6-sided strike. I just have Sephiroth use Ox Slash to do more damage, and I go straight into Dorgan FR, which at this point just cleans up the fight. Having it go off for 50% every time Ida attacks, it's crazy. It's really good, and I think she actually increased it by 25 herself. So 75% each hit, it's really good. I also make sure the 6-sided strike before actually gives a free action, so it would actually bring it so that I wouldn't have to worry about turns. In which case, I probably didn't have to worry about that, and I could have probably just HP attacked the whole way through. And that is the fight. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Happy April Fool's Day.